All right, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. The elect and the remnant are one of the same. All right, what do I mean by that? The elect and the remnant basically means the same thing. All right, so let's pull a few precepts and go into this a little while. Just hit a few scriptures. If you have not heard, the elders, the brothers have been going into these scriptures dealing with a false doctrine called the left behind doctrine. All right, and you got some few jakes out there that's getting confused on different breakdowns and different scriptures of what they actually mean. All right, but I'm just going to go into showing you how the elect and the remnant is the same. So we'll start out the book of Isaiah 1 verse 9. And it reads 6, except the Lord of hosts had left unto us a very small remnant, we should have been as Sodom, and we should have been like unto Gomorrah. Right? So except for the small remnant that the Lord have saved, all right, the elect, we will be through as a nation. All right, we will be through. Let's go into this word remnant. All right, it says a survivor, alive, left, remaining, remnant, the rest. Okay, now this is dealing with the elect. All right, this is who the small remnant represents, the elect. All right, because if it wasn't for the elect, Israel, we would be through. Now let's go to the book of Romans and tie these precepts all in. Lord willing, this may be edifying. Let's see if I want to. Romans 11 verse 7, it says, what then? Let's start at verse 3. It says, Lord, they have killed thy prophets and dig down thine altars, and I am left alone, and they seek my life. But what saith the answer of the Most High? And to him I have reserved to myself 7,000 men who have not bowed the knee to the image of Baal. Even so then, at this present time, also there is a remnant, right? According to the election of grace. Going into that word, what? Remnant. Still going into what? The word remainder. Election. Someone that is, it's a divine selection. Abstractly or concretely chosen election. Okay? So now when we go into the elect, we talk about the servants that's being sealed, which is the 144,000 in the book of Revelation, the 7th chapter. But then also who was added to that when you get to the 9th verse? The mixed multitude or the great multitude. You see? The multitude that was innumerable. These are all a part of the elect. The 1/3. Because the 2/3 are not a part of the elect. The 2/3, yeah, they're Israel, but they're not Israel of the Most High. So verse 5 again, it says, even so then, at this present time, also there is a remnant according to the election of grace. So we would have been as Sodom and Gomorrah if it wasn't for what? The remnant, the elect. All right, starting with the 144,000, the men of the Lord, the priesthood. Verse 6, it says, and if by grace, then it is no more works, or no more of works. Otherwise, grace is no more grace. But if it be of works, then it is no more grace. Otherwise, work is no more work. What then? Israel have not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election have obtained it. The who? The election have obtained it, right? A selection, a chosen election, have obtained it, and the rest were blinded. You see, so the election have obtained the truth, right? The election, is promised mercy. Okay? And the truth, and the scriptures talks about, the spirit of truth who the world can't receive, roughly paraphrasing. Well, guess who's also a part of that world? The 2/3 of them, they will be a part of that world as well. Okay, even though they are the world of Israel. Okay, because they're separate worlds, but they are a part of this world, and we are not part of this world. The 1/3, the elect. You see, we're not bowing down to the image of Baal. We're not bowing down to the mark of the beast system. We're not bowing down to everything that E has created and set up. But 2/3 are in some form or fashion. So so initially they're bowing down to the image of Baal. Verse 7. What then? Israel have not attained that which he seeketh for, but the election have obtained it, and the rest were blinded. So the rest of these people were blinded. All right, they are not a part of the elect. According as it is written, the Most High have given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear, unto this day. And David saith, let their table be made a snare, and a trap, and a stumbling block, and a recompense unto them. Let their eyes be darkened, that they may not see, and bow down their back always. Okay? This is talking about the 2/3, man. Being blinded. They wasn't chosen. They wasn't selected. They wasn't elected. Okay? To be of the Most High. That's why the scripture talks about all Israel is not Israel. Romans 9 verse 6, it says, not as though the word of the Most High have taken an effect, for they are all not Israel. They are not all Israel, which are of Israel. Right now, we know the 2/3 of our people, are they still Israelites? Yes, they are Israelites. Okay, but they're not Israelites of Israel of the Most High. They are not chosen. Okay, now we know the scriptures say, from the verse 27, Isaiah is also cried concerning Israel, though the number of the children of Israel be as the sand of the sea, a remnant. Right? A remnant should be saved. So out of all these people that we got, because we know we are the majority, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, out of all the people, because the scripture says we should be as the sand of the sea, it's only going to be a remnant. It's only going to be a selective few, a election that's going to be saved out of all of us. And that is going to be the who? The Israel of the Most High. You see? Let me see. The scripture I was looking for, because we know the scripture does go into what of all Israel being saved. I believe that's probably, I think, Romans 11. Let me see. Oh yep. Romans 11 verse 26, it says, and so all Israel shall be saved, as it is written, there shall come out of Zion the deliverer, and shall turn away ungodliness from Jacob. So yes, all Israel is going to be in the kingdom. But 2/3 were not selected. 2/3 were not elected to be saved on this side. Why? Because they are not the Israel of the Most High. Oh man, I need to turn. Galatians 6 verse 16. It says, and as many as walk as Salakia, and as many as walk according to this rule, peace be on them, and mercy and upon Israel of the Most High. Okay, so there is the elect of Israel that's going to be saved on this side. Okay, you got your 144,000, like I said, the priesthood, but then you got your believers that believe on them through what? Through the word. All right, come on, man. You got friends of the prophets. You got helpers. Women that help out the men of the Lord, the prophets. Right, different children. Certain brothers' households that will be saved, because they're going to fall under, his name. You got women that's going to fall under, the name of particular men. You see? So you got all these things going on. Okay? And if you're going to be saved, you're going to be a part of what? The 1/3. You're going to be a part of the elect. All right? You're not going to be left behind, right? That man still teaching, right? While the first fruits go, right? And they're gone for a little while, then they come back down and then get the rest of the 1/3. No. Matter of fact, let's end off with this because I got to get back to work. It's the book of 1 Thessalonians 4, verse 16. And it says, "For the Lord shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of the Most High. And the dead and Hamashiach shall rise first." So even the ones that died, right, in the ministry, died for the faith of Yahweh Shema Shai. It says what? They are going to rise first. Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds, which are the chariots of the Most High, to meet the Lord in the air, and so we shall ever be with the Lord. Wherefore comfort another with these words, man. See, the elect is going to be saved out of this mess, right? The elect is going to be saved out of this hellhole that we're in. What's that? Revelation. I'm going to get this, back it up real quick. Revelation 18, verse 4. Because this is what it's going into. Revelation 18, verse 4. "And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come up out of her, my people, that ye may be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues." Man, we know that ultimate plague is going to be thermonuclear missiles coming raining upon America, Babylon the Great. So this voice is you going to be caught up into the chariot. So Lord, when I hope this quick lesson was edifying, like I said, the elect and remnant is one and the same. All right. So I hope this lesson was edifying. So next time I want to say shalom.